Hey, welcome back to part 2 of our spreadsheet vocabulary. So let's take a look. I think we were on bar and column graph. Okay, so let's take a look at a bar and column graph. Bar, it's really a bar or column graph. They kind of go by two different names, so it's basically the same thing. So here we go. Here's some different graphs. Here is our bar graph. Notice it's made up of several different bars, okay? Bar graphs compare different items at a fixed period of time or fixed time period. So bar graphs or column graphs compare different items at a fixed time period. Okay, so right now it's showing us in this graph here of our number of fruits. At one point in time, we had this many apples, this many lemons, this many limes, this many oranges, and so forth. So this is showing us what our inventory is at a particular time. Okay, very close or similar is the pie graph. So looking at the next one, pie graph. Pie graphs show the relationship of the parts of a whole. Okay, so if this is my total stock over here, now looking at this pie graph, this is my total stock of fruit. That's my whole amount of fruit, okay? And this is showing me the percentage that are apples. And let's see, I'm going to move myself over here so we can see this graph better. I can see the percentage of lemons, the percentage of limes, and so forth. So I can see, it kind of shows me if this is all of my fruit stock available. Now I have, I can see how much, what percentage are apples, what percentage are watermelons, and so forth. Okay, so let me just do that one again. Pie graphs show the relationship of the parts of a whole. So the whole in this case, in my pie graph, is all of my fruit. Okay, and the parts are the individual fruit that I have. Okay, all right, move me back over. On to line. Let's take a look at line graph. Okay, so here we go. I set up, I have population here by year, so you can see the years down here and the population number here. So line graphs show the relationship of change in an item over a period of time. So the item here is our US population, okay? And it's showing the change over several years from 2018 to 2022. And you can see that it slowly has been ticking up, okay, in that time from year to year. Okay, it's slowly going up. All right, it's right here, kind of not quite 330 million people or population, and it is slowly ticked up over that over the last several years. All right, so that's a line graph. Those how those things are changed. Notice that a bar graph is kind of showing you information at one point in time, and a line graph is trying to show you a trend over a period of time. So that's kind of the difference between those two. All right, last two we have is qualitative data. Okay, so qualitative data is data that is descriptive. Data that's descriptive, okay? It usually includes words, but not numbers. So when you describe something, you usually describe it using words. Like if you were to describe a person, you could say, they have a color hair, they have, different color eyes, they wear glasses, they're short, they're tall, those are descriptions, okay? That is qualitative data. The other type of data is called quantitative data, all right? Data that includes really only numbers, okay? Very specific data. And most of what we're going to do, I would say, for our project and research is going to include quantitative data. Notice that these are all numbers here, but we also have some descriptions, right? So we have some types of fruit. So the type of fruit would be a qualitative. It's telling us what the fruit is. And then the numbers our quantitative data. Okay, so we have those two types of things going on here. Let's see, let's look down here at this one. So we have our names of our countries. Country names would be qualitative. It's giving us the name of the country that we're talking about. And then we have some quantitative data about each country, like we have the population size. And those is the number of people in that country. We have the area in square miles. So that is a quantitative data point. Okay, and notice in every cell we have exactly one piece of data. And that's how we use the spreadsheet to help us keep our information organized. All right, so those are our main terms that we're going to deal with when we're talking about not only spreadsheets, but a couple of terms that sort of in general for our project coming up. Okay, and so they're good terms to know. As we move forward, we're going to be studying these terms. You just wrote them down. You wrote down the definitions, or you filled in the definitions while you were watching the video. And then we're going to be reviewing them. And then we'll probably have a test or quiz at some point in the future to make sure that we've really understand and have learned these terms. All right, guys, have a good day.